So let's talk about 2020. Hello everybody, Blank here. Sorry it's been a while since I've been chatting on this channel with y'all. I've been trying to get everything back into order. That's kind of what this whole video is going to be about. What happened in 2020, what effect it had here, why you haven't heard from us in a little while, and what we're going to be doing about it going forward. So it's kind of obvious what really happened in 2020. We all kind of went through it. We all have varying degrees of how it affected our lives. I just kind of wanted to go into how it affected here and why it has slowed a lot of the growth of this channel and the creative process down, and where we go from here. So with that being said, let's go over 2020, the good, the bad. I'm gonna go in chronological order, and a lot of the bad ended up happening towards the end of 2020, or at least the later half. So if you could just watch this video to the end, there's some important stuff we need to talk about, and I would really appreciate it. Let's start off with how 2020 started, which was on a high note with our first trip to PAX. At the end of 2019, Jess and I managed to grab some tickets to PAX South for our first time there, along with a bunch of other streamers that we either had met or hadn't met before. That was gonna be the first big con like this that Jess has ever been to. So we ended up driving out to spend some holiday time with my dad, and then we took a flight from there all the way down to Texas. Our hotel was gorgeous. The con was amazing, and meeting all these people that we had seen through Twitch or through Discord and that sort of thing for the first time was great. Of course, Jess and I actually stayed for a little bit longer at PAX South because we hadn't been able to have like a destination vacation before, so we decided to check out the city and the history of the city. It was gorgeous. Now, we hadn't planned on it, but suddenly an opportunity arose where we could actually grab tickets for PAX East, and in fact, stay with some of our streamer friends at an Airbnb. We couldn't say no to it. We had just planned on waiting till TwitchCon, but everything aligned, and so we rushed to get together again and ended up going to PAX East. A bit bigger, do you think? I blame her, it's this new haircut.
Jess. Nice to meet you. Rob. Rob, nice to meet you. Kevin.
Up. We're all packed up. About time to go. That's all right, I'm editing you out of it anyway. You're gonna be blurry McFace. Yeah. Thanks for having us, Boston. It was a good time. We're gonna get going. We all tired. Maybe not him. But bye. Now that con was gigantic. It was so much bigger than PAX South. Not saying the PAX South was bad, but this one was a real eye-opener for like Jess or anybody that hadn't been to a large con like this before. It was a lot of fun. Now, I took a lot of video when we were there, and unfortunately, due to some equipment issues that I'm still trying to sort through, you might notice that this setup is a little different than you've seen from me before. Still working on it, but also some drama that happened with some people that were involved in a lot of the vlogs has made it really difficult to edit it, so I can't right now put out a whole long PAX vlog series like I did with TwitchCon. The amount of time it would take to edit it properly and not ruffle any feathers and deal with all the picture issues, the audio problems, that sort of thing. It's just, yeah, you're probably gonna have to make do with what you've seen in this vlog here. So sorry about that. Hopefully by the next con that we're able to get to, once things are clear enough that we can do so safely, we'll be able to put out a nice fun vlog. I'm still working on the setups so that I can do that easily, well, and a lot better quality. Of course, about the time that we were heading to PAX East, we started hearing rumors on the horizon about some mystery bug that was floating around. We took precautions, so did the people at PAX East, which I was very happy to see, but nothing could really prepare us for what happened when we came back, when everything went to hell, and suddenly we were masking up, gathering supplies, trying to isolate, and life just changed.
All masked up, ready to go.
Gonna hate me. Oh god, okay. I got it on film. That's it, do all the work. So we did do a lot of things while we were trying to isolate and just see if this quarantine was going to manage to nip this in the bud, if life wasn't going to change that much for that long. We got a lot of work done on our streams. We had a bunch of new games drop, like Doom Eternal. Tell the people at home how you feel, soldier.
No. This is never getting out.
Mixing two of my favorite things together? Yes.
Oh, everything's red.
We learned a whole bunch on cooking together, and me in general, and just tried to improve our lives here while we were stuck inside. It almost looks like soup.
You're about to look like soup. Stop taking videos of me.
Can't cook all the time, huh? Eggs on a burger. It's probably absolutely delicious. I'm just wary of trying it. Look at these. The lettuce covered it. You put the beans on the burger.
And?
What the Frankenburger is that? I hope it's good. I am very much flummoxed and perplexed by this. What have I let into my house?
It's delicious.
Look what all of this stress of what she's doing and everything has done to my hair.
I think I need more beans on it.
Help me.
So colorful. To the right again. Blank, stop it. You're vlogging me. I hate it.
You might have noticed that my hair has gotten a little bit longer. You should have seen it much earlier on, back when we couldn't get haircuts. I was even able to work on my editing setup while this all was going on. Finally able to finish that render PC, which lets me render separate from my editing PC, which also required a file server that I built as well. So that will streamline how videos are made and also output, so that is a huge plus. Really looking forward to putting that through its paces. And of course, we worked on Jess's streaming setup, which had several levels of evolution throughout this, the last several months. We went from a setup on this side, and then better equipment and a better desk over on this side, and it looks freaking amazing. And of course, my setup got a little bit of love too. I finally nipped some audio issues in the bud, got a better camera for streaming and such, and just really worked on the setup so I can actually put out videos that I'm a lot more confident in, and it's a lot more stable. So I can use the videos after the fact to make content for you, the YouTube watcher. So while we were working on our setups and our cooking skills and just basically living a quarantine life for however long it was going to be, we also started getting the house ready because Jess moved in about June. She technically moved in sooner than that, but we actually had to make room for her stuff from her apartment and everything. So she lives here now. And right about the time that we were actually going to be moving her stuff in and the house was still a big wreck, we had a little bit of a curveball hit us, or should I say a furball. So we just sort of rescued a cat. Don't know if she was somebody's pet, but she definitely acts like she was. Yeah, she was outside limping and yelling at us. It kind of came to us. She was eating some ham out of our hands and whatnot, and there she goes. She doesn't really like. The house is not set up right now for just letting her go.
Especially with her injury, we can't just let her go.
Yeah, we set up kind of a boxed-in area so we can, but she just keeps wanting attention. She's an absolute sweetheart. We're gonna go early morning to the vet and get her checked out and see if she has a microchip and see if anybody else, if she doesn't have a microchip or whatnot, we'll check to see if she's, belongs to somebody around here. If not, we'll either try to find her a good home or see what we can do here. She's such a sweetheart.
Nice, sweetheart. You're so pretty.
Unless you're a dude, and then you're very handsome.
You're still pretty. That's good that she's getting
She's walking on it, barely, a little bit.
So it might be sprained.
So we did end up taking her to the vet. She had an injured paw. That's why she came up to us in the first place. Turns out to be an abscess, or at least at that point. We still don't know if it was an animal bite or something else, but she's fine. She healed up very quickly. I started going door to door and calling as best as I could, wearing a mask and trying to keep away from people, and looking online, trying to find if she had an owner. She had a microchip, but no owner. So the more and more we looked, though, she was absolutely winning us over, just melting our hearts completely. So by the time we gave up, we were pretty happy about that because we had already pretty much decided she needed to be part of our family. We named her Nova because she exploded into our life one night, and it just seemed fitting. Look at you go.
Here, come on.
Born to be a lab cat. Oh, she sees the tub. She knows what the tub is. Oh, there we go. Holy crap.
Good ambush.
Bad landing. You embarrassed her.
I did embarrass her.
That's true. I've not seen her go in a box yet. Well, had to ask her, huh? Because now you got a full-on Manchu. And she's a wonderful cat. She's not destructive. She doesn't jump up on places where she shouldn't be. She doesn't knock anything over. She just wants to be around you. She's not annoying about that really all that much either, although she does get a little grumpy if you don't feed her when she feels she should be fed. But she's one of the sweetest things ever, and I couldn't imagine a better cat to fit in this house. So yeah, we've got a cat now. Expect to see her a lot more. She likes joining us on stream and such, on a chair behind me or jumping right up into my lap. You've probably seen her in my streams already. And now that Jess is streaming more, she's showing up there too, or at least in audio form, you'll hear her. But yeah, she's been a wonderful addition to our little family, and we couldn't be happier. So hello, Nova. So everything up until this point, of course, had been strained, but it wasn't absolutely terrible. We were making it through okay. We even had a new member of our family. Our setups were doing well, things were progressing. Things seemed like we were gonna be getting through this just fine. And so Jess moved in around June, and by the end of June, early July, things changed. Now, she had been out of work for a little while during some of these lockdowns. So when she went back to work and started having some back pain, we thought maybe it was because of all the extra downtime and she just wasn't used to it anymore, and that it would just work itself out. It rapidly became obvious it wasn't going to do that. Her back pain got worse and worse. She wasn't able to move. She was very tired. So we eventually took her to the doctor, and that led to ER trips and a hospital stay, and given everything going on, that's understandably kind of scary. So yeah, it was really stressful. Now, she knows that I'm talking about this, and I'm not gonna go into too much detail. I wanna respect her privacy, but this is the biggest thing that affected us in 2020. So after the hospital stays and the specialist visits and the x-rays and the MRIs and such, it did turn out that she had an injured back. She had injured it when she was a child, so this wasn't fully unexpected. So we started physical therapy, we started pain management and such, and it just looked like it was gonna be one of those situations, okay, this is just what you have to push through in order to improve, and it will eventually get better. When all of a sudden everything changed yet again, her legs stopped working. And I don't mean they fully stopped functioning, I mean they became very weak, unable to hold her. Her balance was thrown off. She had to walk with a cane, with a walker, with every assistance that she could. She became very tired when she was walking or moving. The flexibility was gone. It was really scary, especially because we were talking about back injury before, so the worst was going through our minds. Now, we've been through a lot of specialists and doctor trips, and it's been a constant thing. We still don't have an answer as to what's going on. It could be mystery illness X, it could be the human malware that's going on right now and just a long form of it. It doesn't seem to be actually involving the back damage, so that's about the only good news that we have, that and that she is making some progress, but that has made a massive impact on our lives. We're spending a lot of time every week going to physical therapy, trying to get answers, and doing exercises here, but she isn't able to do a lot of what she could do before, meaning I've taken up a lot of work here, and it takes a lot to make sure that she gets what she needs, gets to where she needs to go, and as well as taking care of myself and this house. This house needs a lot of work. So that's where a lot of our time has gone. That's what's thrown the streaming schedule completely out the window, that and the editing the videos, because we do end up spending a lot of time making sure that she's getting the care that she needs. Now, she has good days, she has bad days. She is improving bit by bit. It is rather concerning, but we are pushing through it. We do have high spirits about it. One of the biggest things about this whole thing is just being in complete awe of just how much she's pushing herself, especially if it means that she needs to do something for somebody else. She pushes a little too hard in that case. She takes it a little too far, in my opinion, but she's stubborn. But she's handling it with as much grace and strength as I can ever imagine. I'm honestly in awe of her. She's amazing. So yeah, that's what we've been dealing with. It's impacted our lives severely because we have to go several hours for physical therapy and for doctor's visits and such, and it really eats in on the time, both in trying to work on the house, which still needs a bunch of repair, and also, you know, working on the streams, working on the YouTube channels, social media. That's why everything has been a little bit dead here, because a lot of the time has gone into trying to get Jess better. That being said, we are still committed to this. We have built a great streaming rig for her that will work with her limitations at the moment. I've upgraded mine. We're trying to make this work as seamlessly as we can with all the new responsibilities that we have. The support and love from those of you who already knew about all this has been tremendous. We cannot thank you enough. The streaming, the social media, the YouTube channel, the videos and everything, we really enjoy this content creation. It is a great outlet for us. It's something that we really want to do, and so any little bit of support that y'all is incredible. We could not appreciate it more. So, what's coming in 2021? I mean, it's already March, and I'm a little embarrassed it's taken this long to do this sort of video, but things are still coming together. We're streaming a lot more often. There's going to be more videos on this channel pretty much immediately after this launches and such, and I'm hoping we're going to be able to see you guys a lot more often. So I should be streaming Wednesdays through Saturdays. I may mess with that schedule as we go, see what actually works and fits. We're hoping to be posting to social media a lot more often as well, and spending a lot more face-to-face time with our community. So honestly, even with everything going on, we're still going to be trying to push out content and such. We love this a little too much. So let us know how we're doing. If there's anything we can do that you want to see, you know where that comment box is. You know where the Discord is. You know where my Twitter is. Let me know. Thank you for taking the time to watch this vlog. I know it might have been a little bit on the longer side, but I really wanted to get across what happened in 2020 and some of the more important things that we needed to talk about and that I needed to talk about with you out there and just here. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you haven't already. Be kind, be safe, and I'll see you next time.